What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at Kanye West and Lex Friedman, if I'm not mistaken, talking about the Holocaust. Let's get right into it.
Technology and original human species can exist in a peaceful way as long as the people that know how to make robots aren't using their robots to control the humans. Lex?
It definitely is something you have to be concerned about as we become more technologically savvy. That, my friend, is why engineering isn't everything. That you have to desperately study the lessons of history. In Nazi Germany, science was used to create atrocities.
That's true.
Engineering, the same. Engineering could be a tool of war.
We're still in the Holocaust. A Jewish friend of mine said, go visit the Holocaust Museum. And my response was, let's visit our Holocaust Museum, Planned Parenthood.
With all due respect,
Mm.
I grew up in the Soviet Union. I'm Jewish.
Okay. Yeah.
Parts of my family perished in the Holocaust of Nazi Germany. I have to push back that there is a difference of the atrocities at that scale, at that time, on an entire people.
I was going to say the number, that's the difference.
It's not the number.
Because 6 million.
Hold on, wait. Before he even finishes this sentence right now, I do want to say you cannot compare a genocide on a certain specific people by another specific people, Germans, to, Jewish people and all of the other races that they killed, to black women or black men in particular too, because both of them make this decision about aborting one of their own. One of their own. That's one of their people. They are killing. They are self-genociding, if you want to say that. That's their people, but you can't get mad at anybody else except for them. You know what I mean? You cannot compare that. Like, what? Okay, I like Kanye West. I really, I'm very inspired by his music and everything. So this is ridiculous. You cannot compare the Holocaust to Planned Parenthood and abortion. I'm sorry. I don't agree with Planned Parenthood and abortion, but you cannot compare the two. It's not even close. It's not even up in the same vicinity. So I don't even know why he would say this. But let's keep going.
Well, also, African Americans are actually Jew also, the lost tribe of
I can
Israel.
push back on that too.
Okay, so, well, everyone came from Africa.
I am African. I'm basically African American. We're brothers.
And we're both Jew, and we're brothers. So
we're human.
Okay.
6 million people died in the Holocaust. Over 20 million have died by the hands of abortion. And the media promotes the My Body, My Choice, which is actually still a promotion for Planned Parenthood. 50% of Black deaths a year is actually abortion. It's not the cop with the knee. It's not Black on Black violence and gang violence. It's not heart attacks. It's actually abortion. The most dangerous place for a Black person in America is in their mother's stomach.
Before anybody even keeps going, first off, that last statement he just made was crazy. The most dangerous place for a Black person is in their mother's belly. That is ridiculous. That is a crazy statement. Not in a bad way. Like, that's just crazy. Like, wow. Bars, honestly. Except I'm pro accountability. That's what I am. If you guys haven't met me yet, if you don't know me, if this is your first time watching me, I am pro accountability. So when he says this, I say, who's doing this? Oh wait, it's the Black community doing this, because who has authority for us to abort people? It's only us, Black people, us as Black people. So he can't compare the two. He can't get mad at the media. He can't get mad at all these other things, because why are Black people so easily influenced? Oh wait, because they just are. They just, I don't want to say Black people are a monolith. I really don't want to say that, because we aren't, because look at me. I'm a Black person. But at the same time, majority of Black people, and I hate to say it, just flock to what's ever popular. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So when he says this, it's like, okay, this is all true. 50% of Black deaths are from abortion. But who's killing these people? Black people. So who are you going to blame? Black people. With the Jewish people, they can blame Germany, or like the Nazis specifically, not just Germany, the Nazis specifically. They can blame them for that specific thing, because they had nothing to even do with them self-harming or anything like that to their own race. those were atrocities done to them. We are committing atrocities upon ourselves as black people. So I don't think I don't think it's comparable at all. And like I said, this is coming from a person who actually enjoys his music and who actually agrees with some of his political takes too, but just not this specific one with the Holocaust. I think it's ridiculous. But let's keep going.
This 900 to a million abortions in the United States a year. I hear you. But there's something about the rape, the torture, the murder of children, women, men,
Yep.
the complete humiliation and just the suffering that was endured during World War II.
That's what
It's
we
on a
deal with
scale.
on our TVs right now with black people.
What?
Soros would use black trauma economy to win an election. And what I love is having
Now, while I do agree with that statement wholeheartedly, I do not agree with the first half as him saying that's exactly what they're doing to us, the rape, the killing and like the murder and all of this gruesome stuff. That is not what is being done on our TV screens. That is not what's being done. That is just people convincing us as black people to do certain things. And I'm gonna be honest, we have nobody to blame but ourselves as black people. What I don't like about what Kanye is doing nowadays is that he is taking accountability away from the black people and he's pushing it on to all of these other races and all of these other things. No, no, no. Bring it back. Reel it back. Reel it back. And I don't like how he refers to everybody like from a different race and all that. So that's weird too. But yeah, just reel it back, you know? Because it's really us. That's what I think.
a healthy conversation. And as opposed to there's certain things, boom, this drops, people gonna have pussy hats on. Boom, this drops, it's gonna be, black people and white people with signs. Boom, this drops. So hey, China, hey, left agenda, hey, what we're gonna do is say that our species can have a healthy conversation. Can
I just linger on this? Because when you say Jewish
Yeah.
media, there's a echo of a pain that people feel that reminds
you're saying it's redundant, right?
No, I'm not saying it's redundant.
I'm saying it's redundant.
You're saying it's redundant.
It's a redundant
I'm saying
statement.
it's something I'm saying that it's something that Joseph Goebbels, the propaganda minister of Nazi Germany, said. I'm saying it's been said so many times in order to murder and torture Jewish people that it just rings wrong.
And that's the
just
thing.
like the N word when spoken by people that have the same skin color as me. It reminds people of a very dark time.
Yeah.
I know. If Jewish.
Hold on, wait. I don't know if I would compare him saying Jewish media to somebody saying the N word in the context of being racist. Actually, like I wouldn't compare those two. But I digress. Let's keep going. I just want to say that I would not compare him saying Jewish media to somebody saying the N word. I don't think that makes too much of a connection, unless he means the historical context. Which even still, I don't know if I can draw the comparison. It might be actually worse than if you look at the historical context of how Jewish media, I guess, was used. At least from what he just said, I guess it could actually be worse than the N word. But I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole right now because no. But yeah.
Jewish people would accept that I'm Jew, then they would see what I'm saying in a different way. They would hear it in a different way.
But see, people, you saying you're Jewish.
That's stupid.
No, I'm Jew, not Jewish. Jewish means like that of a Jew. I'm saying I'm Jew.
You're a Jew.
Blood of Christ.
That
Orthodox Christian.
Right. But are you a follower of the philosophy of the black Hebrew Israelites?
Is he?
I really want to know where the idea comes from. Not all of those folks are extremists, but some are extremists.
I'm a follower of the idea. I have a vague idea that all people came from Africa.
Okay.
But what I wanted to do, now I could Andy Kaufman this about 7 more minutes.
I don't know what that means.
And then tell you what it is.
Should I count? Let's count 7 minutes.
No,
do less.
I did this to do a spoiler alert.
Sure, spoiler.
What's the first thing I said at the beginning?
We're talking about engineering and humans. We're all
and
human.
And then what did I say we shouldn't focus on?
Race.
Not just that. I said they shouldn't teach this in school.
What?
History.
The history, because what they do, what schools are doing is exactly what the CIA does.
Wait. we shouldn't focus on history. We shouldn't teach history. I agree that we should not dwell on the past. We should not, let it influence. Well, I guess I can't say necessarily let it influence because we could just like learn from them. Except we shouldn't like let it be the sole deciding factor of what we should do in the future. It should be a lot of things taken into account when we look at the past, not just, oh, this is wrong. Now let's do this. Like, no, 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 that's not how it works. So I agree with that notion if that's what he's saying, but I don't think that's what he's saying. But he references history all the time. Kanye West references history. The Bible, because he's a Christian, the Bible is history. What? So what is he saying?
With Pixar films and Disney films. They make Bambi's mom die in the beginning, right? And off that pain comes a purchase of ice cream. Off that pain comes, I need some more toys. Off that pain comes, I need a bigger house. Off that pain comes, I need more girls than my wife. Off that pain comes, so they put that pain in to make us, now we're the orphans of capitalism, to make us be consumers. And we need to be a community, not just consumers.
That's
So
true.
I could have went another 7 minutes
Yeah.
by being a person who presents himself in a way that says, well, I don't have to feel your pain because I also have pain too that's not being recognized. And in every interview, when I say, well, why did I get to the point of putting up the tweet? No one wants to understand why I got to that point,
You had
right?
pain. You had
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah, but
You
no
had
one,
pain in your heart.
but let's say this, undoubtedly, Jewish people have a lot of movies about that pain, and Black people have a lot of movies about the pain of slavery,
Mhm.
right? It's
That's
almost
true.
impossible to find a movie about Mansa Musa. When you go to the African History Museum in Washington, D.C., it doesn't start with the idea of Africans being kings. It starts with the idea of Africans being slaves. But here's another interesting point about this. This was
Okay.
said to me one time and it stuck with me as a family member of mine. With Africans, how many times you've heard like a rapper or, talk about we were kings?
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's incorrect if we're Jew. If we're Jew, and since we are, we weren't the kings. We were the slaves that
Mm,
Moses freed. Africans have always
okay.
said, you've listened to rap music and hear Black
All right, hold on. Let me just comment on him saying that he's a Jewish, like not Jewish, but he's a Jew. Um, I think that's like a technicality. That's like just focus on like the practicalities of things. You're black. You're a black man, and you can claim that you have a part of Jewish culture in you, or like like he said, he just referenced the Bible. I don't even know what that's about. But for practical thing like circumstances, let's just focus and say that you're a black and not a Jewish person, because I think it's very different being ethnically Jewish and religiously Jewish too. Like some of these people live and breathe, that lifestyle. And I don't think he does because he's a Christian first off, and he's black. He is black. This whole entire his whole entire life until I guess this year, or like I don't know when he started this. He's identified as a African American person. So I don't understand how you could just switch up like this. This is so weird to me.
people say, we kings, we blood of the pharaohs. And if we are Jew, then we weren't. We were the people that Moses freed. And when we talk about, have you heard Black people talk about 400 years of slavery?
Mhm.
All right. That is and we're having this history lesson, right?
I
And
thought history doesn't matter. You're exploring ancient history and drawing deep wisdom from it.
Well,
And at the same time saying we need to forget all of it.
exactly. I was just gonna say that. Like, isn't he referencing the Bible right now? What exactly? Hey, this is a good interviewer. Lex Friedman. He's a pretty good interviewer. Wow, that was pretty good. That was a good catch.
We need to put that behind us.
absolutely. We need to forget it and we need to move forward.
There's so much wisdom to draw from history.
So
Even the
much.
20th century. Look at this. Communism. Without the lessons of history of the 20th century, communism sounds like a great idea. except that some of the worst atrocities
Oh, that
conducted by
sounds terrible.
Stalin and Mao that killed 50, 100 plus million people, not
Hmm.
just killed, tortured, starvation, where people, the
Famines.
cannibalism, they
Yep.
ate each other, they ate their children. There's
Yep.
just dark people should read some books on this, on the Holodomor
See,
in the 1930s.
but I
With that
disagree.
lesson, we would, and now it's
I don't.
becoming more
I'm
popular.
not.
Marxism and communism
I'm
is
not
becoming more
disagreeing that
popular.
that happened. I'm disagreeing that we need to harp on the things that happened, because the truth is, I'm giving a fact.
That is very true. I agree with that statement. That's all I wanted to say. I agree with that. I 100% agree with him saying that we should not harp on that, you know, those facts from the past. We should not harp on it, but we should definitely acknowledge those when we see people uttering like familiar rhetoric. You know, that's what I think.
50% today of, let's say, you don't call black people Jew, right? Black
Yeah.
people's deaths today is abortion today, right now. Like that, it's not racism. That's too wide of a term. It's genocide and population control that black people are in today in America, that is promoted by the music and the media that black people make,
Oh,
that Jewish record labels get paid off of, or media companies, record labels.
I hate this victim mentality stuff so much. I hate the victim, like, the victim card. People play this victim card all the time. And as somebody who is a conservative, I think Kanye West identifies as a conservative. Why are you playing this victim card so hard right now? Why are you saying when black people did this, and this and that, and of course, 50% of people murdered are is from abortion. That's terrible. Like black people murdered from abortion. That's terrible. That is terrible. That is one of the most heartbreaking statistics I have ever heard. But to say that that is the fault, like you keep going. To say that's the fault of Jewish people, I think is ridiculous, and I think it's just dumb. And like I said, I say this as a fan of Kanye West because I had to say it because I don't want to like just make it look like I'm bashing him. I think it's just dumb to say it's their fault, that specific thing. Now you might have some other arguments for Jewish people that might be their fault. I don't know. I haven't done my research on that. But to say that the fact or the reason that 50% of people are murdered right now, because he basically just made that leap, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that the leap he just made? He's saying that the Jewish people, promote the music and they, benefit off of the music that the people make that influence the abortion. So is Jewish people's fault? No. It's black people's fault for their culture that they, that they promoted and that they created. Black people created this culture, not Jewish people. Come on.
It was a media company also, so let's give it a wider.
I agree with Martin Luther King. I have a dream too.
Martin
That
Luther
one
King
day
was
you would not be judged by the color of your skin or your race, black or Jew, but by the content of your character. All the
Facts.
assholes that fucked you over in the music industry, fuck artists over in the music industry, are individuals.
Yep.
They're not Jews. Can you
they are Jewish.
It doesn't. They're human with
He's basically saying stop. My goodness. Oh. I love Kanye West, but oh my goodness. Oh my God. He is saying look at them as individuals. Stop putting them up in a group. This is my philosophy. Look at people as individuals before you look at them a part of some type of group. Don't look at them as Jewish people. Don't look at people that are gay as gay people. Like that just are gay as just gay people. Don't look at people that are black like me as just a black person. Look at me as an individual, who I am, my ideas. Do not look at me as though I'm just a black man and that's how you're going to categorize me. No. I don't even consider myself just a black man. I consider myself a man because that's just too different. You can't. So I consider myself a man of character and of, my specific values and judgment. I wish Kanye would just, stop referring to people by their race because that is wrong. I just can't agree with that. That is wrong.
opportunities, and they took those opportunities. I don't care if they're Jewish.
Do you feel
or
like I
Jew-
should release that pain and separate it?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're saying I should release that pain and separate it, then I'm telling you, you should release your pain and separate it. And we could get to this, the list of how you are a being with engineering opportunities.
That's 100%. I see what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. The pain, I'm going to let it go. Engineering challenges. I get it.
Oh, that's the oh wow. Oh, this is the guy's channel right here. Okay, good channel. Lex Clips. All right. That was a good video, actually. That was an amazing video. Kanye West, I just got to say it. I love you, but tighten up. You need to tighten up a little bit, man. Look at your past videos. Look at what you've been saying. Oh, they think me just because I'm black, I can do it. Like, just look at your past, comments and look at your past things. Even though you just said we should erase history, I think you should definitely look back at what you said, because I think that you would still agree to this day that we should not define people based off of their race, ethnicity, or gender, whatever. We should define people based off of, individuality. You know what I mean? But with that being said, my name is Jay Dottie. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Peace.